Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to the Sportsman's Journal. Sarah and I have another adventure for you. This one, we're going after late season crappies.
Yeah, everyone knows that crappies are Tyler's favorite.
Love them.
So we are going out, we're hoping that the crappies are really schooled up and that they're gonna be really aggressive for those fall feed bags. And we're gonna try to use Northland's Mimic Minnow and see if that can put crappies in the boat.
Right, and one thing about fall transition for any species is that the fish are always on the move. They're never really stationary. They're seeking out their wintering holes. They're leaving their summer haunts, going to the winter spots. And so we are gonna have to move a little bit today, I think. That's typical transition fishing. But if we can get on a big pot of crappies, I think we're gonna have a blast. I'm super excited for this.
Me too. I'm more excited because my dad talked to me this morning. He's up watching Reagan for us, and he went through his belongings.
I can only imagine what your dad had to tell you
and
about
asked me if I wanted any of his old sunglasses. And of course I rolled my eyes and said, no, thank you, Dad. But then he pulled out the sunglasses.
Is this another fashion statement episode?
Is. So, brace yourself.
Well, I can tell you right now.
I know, look at this case they're in, right? Ta-da!
Oh my gosh. You're not actually gonna wear those though, right?
So I am gonna be pulling off the I don't know if they're 70s or 80s. They are heavy.
I'm going vintage, early 80s.
They are truly fashionable, and I believe they're back in fashion, so I'm gonna look great on the water no matter what I do.
I don't know what to say. Like everything is a mirror in it. You look fabulous. You look fabulous.
Thank you.
We're gonna see how today goes. I love the glasses. Randy Savage, the old Macho Man, would be impressed.
This segment of Sportsman's Journal is brought to you by Bait Mate Fish Attractant.
Could be what we're after.
You think it's a crappie?
Could be what we're after. We'll see.
It's fighting like a crappie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
First slab of the day, hon. Not too
Crappie
shabby.
on.
Ah. Boy, they got some shoulders on them in here.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, look at this guy. Wow.
Pale.
Yeah, very pale. Dark water. Take a look at what we're using today, guys. A little bit bigger bait. Not only because of the wind we're dealt with today, but because of the water clarity, so we're bulking up a little bit. Mimic Minnow by Northland. Phenomenal bait. Has caught a lot of fish. Good for almost every species. But you know what? We're going after one of my favorites today. Big old slab crappies.
Yeah.
I love it. I think we're gonna eat some today, Sarah.
We are absolutely
Yes.
gonna eat some.
Live well.
Wow.
Come up with the anchor.
I didn't know. We were just waiting. There was a lot of slack in my line.
Is there? You got a fantastic hook set.
Yeah. Look at that. Crappie.
That's a slab. We'll take them. Throw them in there.
He's gonna go right into the live well there for a nice fish fry. But
Now, what do you got going? You got a little different
a
setup.
little bit different. I just have a Thumper Jig, same design, and then same Mimic Minnow body, different color. But that Thumper Jig just gives it a little extra flash down there with the stained water, and
You're rewarded.
Yeah.
Nice work. I like it.
Do we
got
really want to
something
keep this
going.
one?
Oh yeah, we're eating him.
Okay.
You don't worry about that.
They're still under the boat, so
We're eating him. Probably.
I don't want to like.
I'm sure I'm missing out. That's a heck of a hook set right there.
That
I don't
was-
know how that just happened.
Wow, yeah. That was a lot of line out there to reel
I don't
down
know what
to.
this is either. If it's a crappie, it's not too shabby.
Good.
I don't know where I'm at. That water is so dirty.
Excited to see this.
I know.
Because that was.
I'm actually really impressed with my
That
abilities.
was a
Look at that. It's a big old
That's
slab.
a nice one.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy.
Get hit the boat.
Yeah, I don't want to lose him. Come here, buddy. You're a surprise fish.
That was quite the hook set.
Oh my!
It
Look
really
at.
was.
Okay, how do you know we're talking catching crappies that have huge guts today? And that's one of the big signs of fall. Look at that belly. These fish are thick, very pale.
Very pale.
Very pale, but they got good shoulders on them. Big guts, starting to eat. And they're hitting that mimic minnow like it's their JOB. And guess where he's going? That one came up and whomped it.
That one seemed a little bit more
There's a little bit of
traditional.
Oh yeah, look at this
that's
guy.
a nice
Oh
one.
my goodness.
That's a really nice
This
one.
is a tank.
Do you want the net?
This is a tank. I'm gonna swing him into myself.
All right.
This is a big fish, and he hit it like a big fish too. I don't know. I don't like netting crappies that often because I feel like I should be able to do it myself, but when they're this big, you get a little nervous. Look at this fish, hon.
That's a
Holy
wow. That is a beauty.
That is awesome.
Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
this.
That was a little bit more smooth too.
He whomped that thing. Look at that. Mimic minnow
No
inside
doubt.
of a 13-inch crappie. That is a beautiful thing to see.
That's a no doubter.
That's a no doubter. What a fish, man. Wow. I like it.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful. What a blast. And going big is so crucial in this dirty water. And that's what you gotta do. When you think of crappies, you think of small stuff, but these mimic minnows, they're 2.5, 3 inches long, a bigger presentation, a little more bulk in the water. The fish can pick it up a little easier. We have what? A foot of visibility right now in this particular lake, and it's tough for fish to see it a long ways. So in order to get their attention, stay in that strike zone, you need a little something a little bigger, plus the wind, so that little extra weight helps us stay down there.
Fall,
nice
so they're
fish.
feeding bigger profiles.
Yeah,
so,
they're eating bigger stuff, right. Nice one. I'm gonna put him back.
They're trolling at this.
I'm gonna putt-putts us over to the right. I wanna go back over to the island, but I don't wanna get close. Fish, there you go.
Yeah.
Right when I moved the old boat.
Right when you moved.
Good fish.
Yeah, it feels good.
Good. Big old slab.
It could be.
Now hold on, that wind's gonna blow you all over the place.
We're gonna spin.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness,
It's a big
oh my
one.
goodness, oh my goodness, that is a big fish.
It's a nice one.
Oh, I got him, buddy.
Don't blow it, Sarah.
No, don't blow it. Nice fish.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that, that's a dandy.
It's really windy out here today.
Breeze is picking up.
We're having a hard time even like feeling our jigs, and we were just gonna move. And this guy hit as I was reeling up.
That's a really nice one.
Yeah.
Good fish.
Nice eater we're gonna put in the live well here.
Throw that slabber in the old live well.
Yeah.
Nice.
That one will eat. Reggie will be proud of me. So then, just to show you a little bit more in depth what we're using and why we're using it. We're out here and it's very stained water. Visibility is probably 18 inches to 2 feet. So we're using a little bit bigger. You can see that's about 2.5 inches long there, a little bit bigger profile. I'm using the Thumper Jig, and the reason for that is the spinning with the flash, and it just gives a vibration. So fish in dirty water are gonna use different senses besides just sight. They're gonna use smell, they're gonna use their lateral line for those vibrations. So you wanna use something with rattles or more flash, something that gives off vibration or even scent. So we actually have some bait mate that we're squirting on as well, just to give the fish different options to find the bait. Because when you're fishing for crappies and they're small, and right now the crappies are spread out, they have to come and find your bait. So we have to give them something to track that down. And of course in clear water they can use sight more, but in stained water you've got to get them something else because their visibility is so
smaller strike
low.
zones.
So that's why we're using the Mimic Minnow. That's why I got the Thumper Jig on, just a little bit different from Tyler. And then of course we're using our bait mate. So we're putting fish in the boat today. Yeah. Nice. This one feels better.
Does it?
Yes.
Netski?
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna net
nice
for you.
one. You're right
Come
there,
here,
might
buddy.
as well.
Yes.
Woo!
Good fish.
That feels good.
Good
That one
fish.
felt better.
Yeah.
You hit.
Slapped her.
Yeah. Came up from underneath and boom. Not just a weight, but actually hit it.
Meant business. That crappie was strictly business.
Yeah, and he
That is a
engulfed.
dandy fish.
He engulfed this Mimic Minnow, and we haven't had to get the pliers out all day. But
Do you need them? No. Do you?
Look at that. What a nice crappie. It came up from underneath. It was just cast up. I actually just pitched it out, brought it back kind of on the bottom, just bounce, and then as it's falling is when they're hitting.
Right,
that
you
is
got
a nice
the
one.
spinner is crucial on that.
Yeah, it's really bringing in that vibration.
It's constant
and calling them
action
in.
the entire time. You know what I mean?
I'm loving it.
That is a dandy fish.
This segment of Sportsman's Journal is brought to you by Northland Fishing Tackle.
Sarah and I have covered a lot of water today to find our fish. These are not big schools of crappies. One of the things that we're doing is we're always being mobile. We're moving around in between two big lake main points behind me, and those fish are starting to transition from the shallow stuff of summer, and it's turning into early fall right now, so they're starting to move to their deep wintering holes, and they're slowly starting to get into big schools. And what I'm doing right now, I'm using my side imaging up front. I got my map electronics back here, and I'm just going back in between these 2 points. And the things that we're looking for on the side imaging are 3 or 4 fish, small pods, because that's all as big as they are now. Every now and then we get one that might be 6 or 7. But the key thing is to always visually be checking your electronics. That's helping us to find these fish, because they're always out to the sides. We're rarely over top of fish. And we're just putzing along right between these 2 islands, locate fish off to the side, spot lock, fan cast for about 5–10 minutes, pick off a couple, do the whole process over again. That's how we're locating these fish right now. That fish slammed it way out there. And that one thing that Sarah and I are both using, which makes this way, way more fun, is we're both using 7-foot Kramer custom rods. This is another nice fish. And it's nice to have that length, especially when you're fishing away from the boat. You get way better hook sets because you get to pull a lot of line up faster instead of a shorter rod. It's a good crappie, another nice one. So having that longer rod in the ultralight, 7-foot, the fish fight, you get a lot better fight out of the deal too. And you pick up a lot of line fast off the water when you're fishing away from the boat with the longer rod. And when you set the hook, you pick a lot of slack up quick, and that's important. The same thing goes when fishing away from the boat with light stuff, micro stuff for crappies or panfish or bluegills or whatever. Sarah and I both have the 7-foot. It's the X11 Ti blank that Eric makes, and this rod, obviously you need something small and a little bit whippy to get those baits away from the boat, but sensitivity wise, you're gonna have a tough time to find a more sensitive ultralight on the market. And we talked about the length, why that's so important. And also they can throw these 1/16th, your 1/32nd, your 1/64th ounce baits a long ways. Not to mention plenty of backbone to handle these 1/8 ounce minnows that we're using. So it's a perfect all around stick.
Ooh, it is definitely a crappie.
I like to hear that. Ooh.
Ooh, he's trying to
That
fight
ain't
really
too
hard
shabby.
now, isn't
Do you
he?
want the net maybe?
I have not seen it yet. Right underneath
Ooh, that
the
is
boat.
that's a nice one. He's got it deep. That is a dandy, Sarah. Wow. Go down there.
I don't like this.
You go treat him like a big bass. Go down and lip him.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow. Nice job.
Right under the rig, and he did. He engulfed it. Wow. Holy cow.
Do you need the pliers for that one? That's a
No,
big
I
fish.
popped it out.
Oh, nice.
That is awesome. Look at that. This is fun.
It is fun.
Perfect.
Live well? Throw them in there.
Oh yeah.
We're not gonna split hairs here, are we?
No.
This is a meat mission. We need to
I
eat.
thought you were like, I don't
Dinner's
know,
long.
debating with me.
Crappies are good.
That's where I was going with it. Tyler and I were talking about what we wanted to use today, what tool we wanted to show you guys that you could use for fall time, transition time, stained water. Those are the conditions that we're fishing in right now. And you don't have to fish in, all 3 of those conditions combined, one or any of the combination. But what tool could we use to show you guys how to catch crappies? And
What
one
did we say 100 times?
that kept coming up was Northland's Mimic Minnow.
right.
And there's a couple reasons why we chose Northland's Mimic Minnow and why we like it. I've actually used it for years.
Yeah.
When I first started fishing, it would be one of my go-to baits because it was easy. It was pre-rigged and you can't fish it wrong. You can jig it, you can drop it down, you can just reel it straight in. It has a thumping action with the paddle tail that is gonna draw fish in, especially for that stained water condition where they can't see that vibration. And then today I'm using the Thumper Jig, so it gives it a little bit more vibration.
I got the original mimic minnow shad on here, just regular jig
He
head.
wants to get back down there.
Yeah, I want to get back down there. I get back down there. But you've got the thumper head jig, which is a little more flash, which is perfect.
Yep, a little more action. They're really nice to use. They're really easy and simple.
Simple and easy.
And they work.
They work. Talked about that before, about the mimic minnow, not have to worry about live bait.
Yes,
So
checking
you can keep it right down there. That one came up and slapped her.
Another
That
nice
is a
one.
nice crappie. Yes, yes, yes. Look at that. So much fun. And that one, man, they are eating this up real good. I mean, I'm having a hard time with that guy. There we go. Popped it right off there. Good fish. Thought you had a hook set back there.
No, I did
No?
not.
Should I put him in here? I think we will. There you go.
Ooh, feels nice.
Is it?
Pretty sure it's a crappie.
Is it? Big fish. Do I need to
Feels
get
like
in
a
here and
good
help
one.
you? I'm coming. Let me get the net for you. Oh, wow.
I have no-
Yeah.
Not a lot of faith in my swinging skills. Huh?
No, not a lot of faith in there. That's why I'm here. Yes.
Hey, he swam right in.
Nice fish.
Nice job, buddy. Yeah, there we go.
Good work.
That's a nice one.
That was casting out.
Yeah, that
There
was
you
casting
go.
out. A couple jigs
That's
back
a really
to the boat,
nice
and
fish. Wow.
there he was.
Nice work.
These bags are on for these guys.
I know, I'm so excited. Happy times. But I think the key is today, you gotta get that mimic minnow and hit the bottom first and then start your presentation. If you're not getting to the bottom, you're not getting as many hits. And with that other thing with the wind, it's died down a little bit right now, but you watch the bow of your line. Your line will tell you the whole story. As soon as a fish hits it, that line will go tight real quick, quicker than it will, say, when you hit the bottom. It just kind of goes limp when it hits the bottom. But if you watch that line as you jig and then it sinks back down in typical crappie fashion, that crappie will come up underneath it and hit it, and your line will go tight, and that signifies you got a fish, so set the hook. There he is, just like that. Watch that line. He hit it right before it hit the bottom, the line went tight. This one's pulling, this one's pulling. This one's working. For a crappie, he's working. I like it. Oh my gosh, I just had a drag pull. What do we got here? Oh wow, yeah, look at this, look at this. Big, this is a big fish. This is a real big fish. Sarah might need the net here. You know what? I'm just gonna swing him in. I'm just gonna swing him in. Look at that, look at that. Yes, what a beast. Putting on the fall feed bags engulfed that mimic minnow. And that is a thing, like a big thing that Sarah and I talk about during the fall period. Are the fish eating a lot or are they eating bigger stuff? And the answer is they're starting to eat bigger stuff. Kind of picture it this way. Are they eating breakfast, lunch, dinner? They do that spring and summer. Right now, they're kind of holding out for Thanksgiving feast. They're eating a big meal at one time instead of a bunch of little ones. And if you get that and you hit it right, just like we are, you guys are gonna catch a ton of crappies. That is a beautiful slab right there. Wow. Slammed her right at the bottom. They are sitting so close to the bottom, it's ridiculous.
What do you got there?
I don't want to say it. It's a nice slab. I was gonna say I don't want to jinx myself and end up being a perch, but it's a good eater.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
It's a good eater. Come here, buddy. Wow, it's a
It's like
really nice one.
They're
Jeez.
all right around the same size.
I know, they're all 12 inches. What a day, huh, hon?
Yeah.
Unreal. One to remember. One to
been a
remember.
really
Don't
good
lose
day.
them there, buddy. I want to put you in the live well, but I want to show you off first. Pretty fish. Wow. I love it. Dang, they're nice. Another one for the box. Let's take a look in here. How we looking? Oh, wow. I think our job is complete. Our mission's complete, Sarah. Meat mission complete. Wow, a lot of fish on there. Unreal. All right, Sarah, that's probably the last one that we're gonna keep because I gotta get home and clean fish.
And our live well's pretty full right now.
Yes, there's a little bit of work to be done there.
Yeah. It's not every day we come out on the water and we actually put fish in the live well, but today that was kind of our decision. We wanted to have a fish fry tonight. Reagan asked us for one, our 3-year-old, and she likes fish, so we'll take
She'll be
some home
happy with
us
mommy and daddy. And
yes, she
mission
will.
complete, right?
Yes.
We got her done.
Yes, mission complete.
And there's nothing better than coming out on a fall day and catching big slab crappies. I love to do that. You guys watch Sportsman's Journal, you know
absolutely.
that.
Tyler loves
Sarah
it.
loves it too. She doesn't show it as much as I do, but she was super excited to come
Well,
out
I
and do
mean,
this.
anytime you catch any fish is
That's true, that's true.
a
But
good time. But
beautiful weather, decent.
it's actually, yeah, it's actually a really nice fall day. There are not many boats out on the
No,
water,
that's
so
that's a huge plus in the
it's
fall.
very peaceful out here.
A lot of people in the woods and hunting,
Yep.
and the lakes kind of get a break, but there's a lot of big fish to be taken
And
advantage
the
of.
scenery is just absolutely gorgeous, and it's
Right.
just it was a great day. The mimic minnow, we put it to the test a little
Right,
bit.
and I have a question
Came-
about that.
Came through for us.
Do you think it was the mimic minnow or your sunglasses?
Well, I mean, the fish couldn't see me until they came up to the surface, so you know, they weren't just like jumping in the boat to be on
Got it,
TV with
yeah.
me and my cool sunglasses.
Yeah.
But once they saw them, they definitely wanted.
It was an awesome day. Hope you guys learned something. Thanks for joining Sarah and I. We will see you next week on Sportsman's Journal.
Northland is proud to introduce a radical new design in ice fishing spoons that's anything but dead in the water. Welcome the Buckshot Coffin spoon.
The special angled flat sides not only generate its unique action, but also dazzlingly reflect light. Besides its action and flash, a brass rattle and kicker tail fin yields super loud fish attracting cues. Available in 4 sizes and 12 fish catching colors, there's no better choice. The Buckshot Coffin spoon just gets the job done.